Hi everyone. I'm trying to adjust my stuff real quick. Okay. I know y'all miss me. I know some of y'all like, no, we did not miss you, Miss Cloud. And I'm like, okay. But I just wanted to say that I hope that y'all having a wonderful day. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Are those the only four? Four out of three. Good night. Let's count it down because this is serious. This isn't misinformation. We just got to figure it out together, you guys. But it's good night, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. There's no in between those four things. Just like there's four seasons, three in some states. It is so marvelous the way God worked this whole thing out for us, don't you think? I really feel good about how God talk to us and get us to move. You know, I joke. I have to say this before I read the prompt, but I joke with God. Every time I get mad and I'm by myself, I say, what do I say? I say, snizzity that. I say, snizzity that. If something happens, I say, snizzity that, right? And so I said, what rhymes with snizzity? So I went down the alphabets, right, y'all? And I found azity, which is Aizzly. Azily, busily, kizzily, dizzily. And it goes all the way down. But when I got to the G word, it's a purpose, it's a message. When I got down to the G word, I said gizzity. Because I'm always saying snizzity, dap. I say snizzity dap, but I said gizzity and then it clicked. I said God, gizzity God, how are you doing today? But that I didn't want to, I wanted y'all to know, but I also want y'all to know that in my mind, this is some serious stuff. I don't I only engage with y'all because that's the godly thing to do. And that is the angel thing to do. That is all across the globe and the universe, the everything to do. To engage and talk to people. That's what we do. But when there's no buts. I just wanted to say that we engage and we talk to people. And I choose to do that just like you choose to engage and talk with me, whether you want to or not, or you don't. That's your choice. And I want to say that, I say to God, I say, calling God in my mind. I don't need to hear a peep. I don't need to hear a crowd hear me say it. I just be myself. And he answers in my voice. Um, you know, I don't know what his voice ever sounds like other than me thinking about what I had to do today. If I show you exactly what I'm doing, then you'll feel me when I say that God pushes me. All those gods out there, all those angels out there, big G, little G's, whatever. There's big G's, little G's, and there's the ultimate God. And so I call out to the main God, which I believe I know is running this whole thing. The one outer space, the one with the technology that we haven't seen yet. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to end that conversation there. Only God knows. Only God knows when things are going to happen. But to get to the point, I joke with God. I speak to God all the time. I sit up there and I talk to him and I ask him to give me knowledge of what to do. Anybody can ask for this. We all have powers. That's what they call abilities, right? We all have special powers. But whether you use them for good or bad, I mean, we all got saved, you guys. We all got saved. And it is beautiful. Yeah, we're going to make mistakes. All of us make mistakes. But, you know, what's beautiful is the rebirth after the mistake. Everything we do is a rebirth from our mistakes. It's either a rebirth or it's a degress. Is that a word? Digression or like destabilization, like it's just crazy. So what I want to do, I'll keep going on praising the Lord Jesus and God and anybody out there in that universe. There are people out there, but I'll just stick to the facts, which is big shout out to everyone out there watching me. And y'all, I owe it to y'all. Y'all have to know that I want y'all to know that, I'm not perfect, but I am a spiritual person. I was a spiritual person, but I am. And I promise y'all, before I dig into what I put in the prompt, that I'll leave it alone. I'll let it be. I'm just a spiritual person. All I truly want is to make it and be stable and live my life, and detach myself from negativity. If I feel like it's going on too negative, I sit up there and I depart and I leave, you know, um, and that's what anybody should do. If you're getting abused, you leave. If you're getting um, anything negative, you leave that situation, but here's the thing. I don't want to talk negative because I've been talking negative all day. We're on LinkedIn platform. We're on YouTube. I said my spiel to all those bad people out there. What I want to talk about is the good people out there here in Santa Maria that's going to make a change, maybe a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades from now. Y'all got some smart people here. Very smart young adults. I feel I may have told everybody to delete me, and I apologize. I meant to say it for the good people in a way is you don't have to worry about me no more. Like because I understand that the people that did like me was being mistreated and treated like crap for liking me in the first place. So they chose to stay back. And I knew it. How could you do that to those children? You're training them how to be that way. This isn't misinformation. But whoever it was is going to stop because I'm going to be gone. But whoever was diluting their mind, I'm not going to throw out no names. But y'all know who y'all were. Even the adults that liked me, they were put under pressure for liking me, for me. That was very wrong. But it is good. It is all good. Please let them be free spirits, but aware and woke spirits. Free spirits to do whatever they want. Free spirits. I hope another entrepreneur comes up. I hope a young entrepreneur comes up in the podcasting, or a couple of them. I was never trying to compete with nobody while here. All I wanted to do was stay in my own lane and learn new tricks and new things along the way. Everybody in this world, from the aliens to anybody, actually can't say that people use people, because we use each other. A child needs his mother, therefore uses his mother. A child needs his father, therefore uses his father. And when they get older, they reverse roles. So make sure you know that everybody in this planet, in this omniverse and beyond, have to use and utilize people in a good way. Like people like me utilize people in a good way. People that are evil utilize people by using them in a negative way. I'm going to read off top of my head what one lady from an institution I was at told me. And I have it boxed up somewhere because everything is almost out of my house. She said, amongst the darkness, the stars lie. I had a couple of people along the way give me advice. Now, I want to be clear that, I'm not getting to my destination and just going straight ham and just say, oh, well, this happened to me, this happened. No, I'm going to tell the truth, but I'm not going to tell what I don't know. I'm going to tell the truth to help myself. Like I said, when you sit up there and you use somebody, use them for good and not evil. Because when you use somebody, they have to use you. You have to use them. They have to use her. They have to use him. They have to use they. They have to use us. Everybody uses everybody. So when somebody is maliciously using you, then you have a problem. Then you have a problem. But if somebody is sitting up there using you to go to the store for some rice or green beans, that's not using you for a malicious way. But if somebody say, go get the drugs on 5th Street, knowing that the FBI is there, knowing that they're corrupt, not the FBI. I'm not saying the FBI is corrupt, but knowing that they're going to bust them, the good FBI is going to bust them because they sat up there and used him to get the bait and caught him to get the. See, if I never explained it, the FBI would have been like, that's effed up. But I'm not saying the FBI, all of the FBI is corrupt. All I'm saying, I'm not even making no statements about the FBI. I don't want to lose my account. So I don't know what's going on. Okay? I know it's coming down. We got 3 more days until the 1st, and I'm going to make it count. 3 more days until the 1st. And I want to make it count. I have to say government, from the government officials here and everywhere across the globe, starting here and spreading out. like different Wi-Fi networks. The good ones, I appreciate you. I'm not even going to say how I feel about the bad ones, because there are some good and bad ones, and there are some good ones, and there are some bad good ones. You know, have you ever seen the genetics testing? How there's different genetic things where A is big, is the big A, little a, big B, little b, big C, little c, big D, little d. Now, your job is to add them up and see exactly what your heritage is, or your heredity, or whatever. It is amazing what I've learned over the years. And if big A, which is the mother, could be the mother, I don't know which one it is, you know, and C, you know, your blood type and your genes and stuff, it has a lot behind it, but I would love to crack the code for it again. I would love to dig into it, seriously. And the government officials, thank you. That actually, you know, the good ones. I don't want to talk about the bad ones. I don't want to give my opinion. I have no opinion right now. I will not have opinion in the future. I just want um, to tell the truth. I'm not looking to hurt nobody. I'm just looking to tell the truth. That's all I want to do. And like I said outside today, I said this out of my mouth. The truth will set me free. The truth will set me free, and not only me free, but God free. So whatever else happens, I know what I did was right. I know in my heart, whatever happens, I said the truth and never lied under oath. There's some stuff that God will forgive me for, that everybody, just like there's stuff that people have done in general, to sit up there and made mistakes, and you know in your heart God will forgive you. You know, you know in your heart, because you know the circumstances, because only God can see the circumstances surrounding the situation versus what's on paper and what's been written by some evil people, I might add. But it's all good. So, you know, I would tell you the story, you guys, because good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. But I'm gonna save it for a special day before the first, to talk about exactly what's going on, what happened to me in my past. Nobody, nobody can understand what happened in my past, and nobody was there. Nobody to know exactly what was going through in my mind and how I was manipulated like the Manchurian candidate, of course, back in 2011 or 12. But that's a different story. I was manipulated greatly. I don't know which government. I don't even know if it was the government. I don't want to lose my account because I know what platform I'm on. I reneged that, and that's misinformation. So I'm not going to talk about that no more because I can't prove it. I can, I will talk about why I know I can prove it, but it's just not the right platform to talk about it on. One day, y'all will hear exactly detail for detail what was going on in my mind, what was going on in that house, what was going on with that situation. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna boot myself off the 3 platforms, which is YouTube and LinkedIn, to save my account because y'all deserve to know. So follow me on Facebook because Santa Maria deserved to know that the bad people lost out on a good woman all because of what was on paper, and you don't even care to know the truth. So let me cancel out these 3. Follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show on Facebook.